Mexican thunderbolt. Number 2, 180-pound senior, Cole Skarupa. Number 41, 220-pound senior, Matt Bowie. Number 26, 185-pound senior, Walker Hanneman. Number 7, 180-pound senior, Thomas Neal. Number 1, 165-pound junior, Jack Shavers. Number 4, 205-pound senior, Nate Shower. Number 77, 260-pound junior, Preston Oglesby. Number 62, 190-pound junior, Braden Matulka. Number 67, 250-pound senior, Tyler Castle. Number 60, 200-pound senior, Mason Beck. Number 58, 215-pound senior, Ben Molly. Your officials for tonight's ball game are referee Mr. Dan Benzinger, umpire Gary Arnold, head linesman Taylor Wyatt, line judge Doug Wyatt, and back judge Joe Ranke. If anyone should require emergency services, there will be uniformed officers located near the front entrance. And for your comfort, there are restrooms located on the north side of the main concessions building, and we remind you that Pius is a smoke-free facility. High School, Vince Aldrich Field. We want to welcome our guests from Scottsbluff High School. This is the first ever meeting between Scottsbluff and Lincoln Pius in football. Ladies and gentlemen, this game is being played according to the NSAA rules providing for fair competition. As fans, we help promote good sportsmanship and take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level. We request the cooperation of everyone to support the participants and officials in a positive manner. At this time, we would ask everyone to please rise for tonight's invocation by Father Steve Mills.
Father, and Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Loving God, we are filled with gratitude for the way that you work in our lives, for the unity we find with one another. I beg you to send your Spirit upon us, to teach us how to see you in one another. Watch over our students, our families, and our friends. We may learn to give you glory in everything we do, to receive all the gifts you have given us, and to use them for your good, and the building up of one another. We entrust this time to you, that you may watch over it, and that all we do may give you glory. We ask this in your name. Amen.
And to honor America, please remain standing with gentlemen removing their caps for the playing of our national anthem by the Pius X Marching Band.
Hello folks and welcome to Aldrich Field for this matchup between the Pius X Thunderbolts and Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff comes into this matchup being ranked second according to Max Preps in Class B, Pius ninth. I, Isaac Doman, am a senior here at Pius. We'll be doing the play-by-play in the first half with Bo Stamper as the color man, and then we'll switch for the second half. Bo, what are your thoughts on this game?
I think it should be a pretty good game. Two very almost one-dimensional teams. I mean, you look at them, some of their greatest players. I mean, running back, Pius has been relying on Matt Bowie for most of their production, especially without their quarterback this year. And on the other side, you got Scottsbluff, their running back, Sebastian Boyle, ran for about 1,800 yards last year. So it's been a good matchup, very run-heavy. We'll see how it goes.
You are very right on that. There will not be much passing this game. This will be a ground-and-pound game. It will be fight to the end. Scottsbluff came up just short of a championship last year in the playoffs, and they'll be looking to redeem themselves this year. As we are ready to kick off the season opener for the Thunderbolts, the crowd is ready. We are ready. Let's kick this season off.
Set to return is Nick Mirioski and Brett Voss for the Thunderbolts. Pius looking for their first win since 2018, the very first opener. They won 13-0 2018 against East. And ever since, they've come short. Last year came short against East. But this year, after being moved to Class B, we'll start off with Scottsbluff. Lincoln East played last night against Kearney, lost 14-6.
And just finishing about a half an hour ago, Elkhorn South tops Lincoln Southeast. And we are off here at Aldrich Field. Kickoff that goes out of bounds. An opening kickoff that goes out of bounds. That'll leave the Thunderbolts with great field position to start this first drive. The starting quarterback for the Thunderbolts is Cole Skarupa. He was primarily a running back last year, but has switched the quarterback position this year with very little depth there. The other quarterback who could see some playing time tonight is Colby Volkmer, a sophomore. Bolts line up with two to the near side, one to the far. The power running back, Bowie, at his side. Handoff to the wrong side, and he's swallowed up immediately for a 4-yard loss in the play. Skarupa and Bowie were not on the same page there to start off. Bad start for the Thunderbolts.
Trey May for the Bearcats with the tackle. Scottsbluff defensive line was able to just get right through the offense line, make a good play. Be second down at about 13.
Gets the snap, hands off to Bowie, Bowie to the outside, Bowie gets through a couple guys, he's still on his feet, and pushes forward for about 8 yards on the play, bring up third and five, for the Thunderbolts.
Really good power run there by Matt Bowie. You can see he's not one to shy away from lowering his shoulder.
Bowie expected to at least have 1,000-yard rushing after splitting carries with Julian last year. And it's a pass to Nate Shower, and the catch is made. A 7-yard gain on the play to bring up 1st and 10 Thunderbolts on their first possession of the year.
After that first play, Pius is looking pretty good here. Offense keeps on moving. Unexpected pass there. I thought they would have gone back to Bowie, but it makes sense, especially since it's third down. So Pius approaching midfield.
Pass to go 2 to the near, 1 to the far. It's going to be a handoff to Bowie. Bowie pushes the pile up the middle. And he will gain 3 yards on the play. Be 2nd and 7. In just 4 plays, 3 handoffs to Bowie already.
Really good job by the offensive line on that one. You can see Ben Mahler, the left tackle, just pancaked one of the Bearcats' defensive linemen, number 67. Great block. Bowie was able to get a couple yards there. We got 2nd down and 8.
Skrupa gets the snap, fumbles it, and it goes right into the hands of Bowie. Bowie with a great run to the 42-yard line. Well, that worked out great. I don't know if that's how they planned it, but
wow, that was really lucky there. You're happy that Bowie was on that side of Cole Skrupa too, because if they were going to the other side, that ball would have been for sure a fumble.
that's about the 2nd miscommunication already on this drive. We'll see if Castle and Skrupa can get the snap going better here. Castle being the center. And it's a handoff to Bowie. Bowie breaks a tackle and picks up about 2 on the play. Physical run after physical run for Matt Bowie, the senior.
Yeah, you're going to hear a lot about Matt Bowie, Isaac. Had a huge year last year, and that was also a split in carries with a couple people. He ran for about 900 yards last year and was averaging 5 yards per carry. It's really solid. So, see, I have a feeling they're going to rely on him a lot this season, especially without Tyrus Petchy as their quarterback.
Handoff to Bowie to the outside. He cuts back to the middle. Bowie with another physical run and picks up 5 on the play to bring up 3rd and 2. The Bearcats have brought in Brock Knudsen, the offensive tackle commit to Nebraska. He plays defense too. And he is a great offensive lineman. He really leads that outstanding offensive line for the Bearcats.
That's pretty nice also, because you don't see many college players go both sides of the ball. A lot of the time you'll see a recruit who's already committed just be playing one side of the ball. So I would have expected to only see him on the offensive line. Good for him to get on defense too.
And a 1-yard gain on the play will bring up 4th and about 1.5. And the offense keeps the offense, or the Thunderbolts keep the offense on the field. 1 wide receiver to either side, a fullback and a running back in the game for the Thunderbolts, and it's a handoff to Bowie. Bowie gets around to the outside, physical run, and he picks up the 1st down. He was met at about the line of scrimmage, but forces his way to the 31-yard line for a 3-yard gain.
That was a great run by Bowie on that play. He was able to spin off the first defender. Huge play by him to scrape off that guy, pick up the 1st down, and Thunderbolts' first possession is still going.
As Bowie will come off the field for the first time this game here. And
looks like they'll have Ben Andreessen there at running back now.
They put triplets to the near side, one to the far. And it's a pass to Jack Schaefer's, and just right off the fingertips for Schaefer's. That probably would have been a 1st down if he's able to hang on to that one. Thunderbolts are doing a pretty good job here moving the ball. They're down to the 31-yard line in just their first possession of the season against the number 2 team in the state, who's got great hopes at a championship this year. The Thunderbolts will go with 2 to the far, 1 to the near. Andreessen still has a running back. It'll be a handoff to Andreessen. Andreessen to the outside. Andreessen cuts back, and he gains 9 on the play. Tripped up. It gains 3 more yards after being tripped up. And I'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Thunderbolts. And you'd think Bowie will come back in here for a power run for 1 yard. And they will elect to do that. They put Bowie back into the game.
Looks like they'll still keep it in Andreessen too. Probably put him at fullback like they had on there on the 4th down and 1.
Thomas Neal will check out for now. Skrupa in the gun. Hands off to Bowie. Bowie powers forward for the 1st down yet again. The Thunderbolts have passed it twice now in this possession. Otherwise, the rest have been runs, and they just continue to power through this Bearcat defensive line.
So looks like they'll take out Bowie again. Dreesen will still be in the game. Very impressive start for the Thunderbolts.
Skrupa takes the snap, looks to run it himself, and is swallowed up immediately. Cuts back to the middle of the field and just gets taken down by Josiah Mobley, who was their leading tackler last year for the Bearcats with 87 total tackles.
So they'll bring back in Brock Knutson, the Nebraska commit, back there on the defensive line.
Skrupa looks to pass.
Oh, wow.
And it's intercepted.
And that was a questionable play there because it really looked like they had Nate Shower there on the slant.
The defender shoved Nate Shower, who then fell to the ground, which left an opening, and the ball falls right in to the Bearcats' hands, and they pick up, or they get the ball at the 15-yard line.
Wow. Yeah, that was questionable.
An interesting turn of events there. But nonetheless, the Bearcats start their drive at the 15-yard line, and it'll be a handoff up the middle. And he just drags defenders with him for a 10-yard gain on the play. Sebastian Boyle, the running back for the Bearcats, he had about 1,700 yards last year for the Bearcats as a sophomore. He was second in the state, and the only guy that had more than him broke the state record.
That was a great physical run there by Boyle. Saying a lot. As you can see, even with the Bearcats formation, everyone up on the line. Looks like they'll almost be running a Army or Navy type offense. Just run up the middle, about every single play.
And the Bearcats call a timeout. Sebastian Boyle headed to the sideline and got on a knee. It looked like he was fixing his shoe or something. And then the offense just kind of stared at the coaches. I wonder if they just really wanted him back in the game, so they were just going to wait. I do not know what was happening there. Pick up there of about 4 or 5 yards. So I'll bring second down 5 for the Bearcats. Bearcats take the snap, hand it off to Sebastian. Sebastian is met by that Pius defense. He'll gain 3 on the play, and he'll bring up 3rd and 2 from the 38-yard line. This Pius defense doing a great job here early on of stopping the Bearcat run.
Yeah, really right after that 10-yard gain by Boyle, it's been pretty quiet here.
The Bearcats threw for just under 1,000 yards last year, so they are also a very run-dimensional team. And it's a handoff to the outside, and he'll break free, trucks a man, and gets it to the 44-yard line.
Jackson Allen with the carry.
That was a great play. It did fool the Bolts there. They had the Bolts going to the left, and the jet sweep took them to the right.
Bearcats are about at midfield. Oh, wow. And a great tackle there by Matt Bowie. The running back flies to the line, the QB keeper right there.
Second down, 12.
Bowie and Skrupa both playing defense. Not that uncommon in high school, but still. They'll bring up 2nd and 12 for the Bearcats. Most likely go back to Sebastian Boyle here on the run. This is a Bearcat team that has 9 men on the line and then a quarterback and a running back. And they'll hand it off to Sebastian Boyle. Boyle picks up about 5 on the play. Bring up 3rd and 7.
So Pius has the opportunity here for a huge stop. They're going to be able to make them punt here. That'd be really big, especially after that devastating interception right in the red zone.
2:40 left in this first quarter here at Aldridge Field as the sun begins to go down, 0-0. Takes the snap, looks back to pass, airs it out deep, and it is caught. Caught at the 20-yard line and runs it out to the 10-yard line. A great pitch and catch to Jackson Allen there. Or Josiah Mobley, excuse me.
Josiah Mobley. You're good. Josiah Mobley with the catch there. That no one was expecting that one, especially that was our first pass of the game. We've been running every single other down so far.
And that's what the Bearcats defense will do to you. They'll run, and then out of surprise, they'll pass it to you.
Sebastian Boyle, ball carrier. Second down from the 5.
So now the Bearcats got the ball on about the 5-yard line.
2nd and goal. So they're marked down at the 10, so have to go the full 10 yards to get to the end zone. They take the snap, it's quarterback run, it goes up the middle, pushes the pile, and they'll call him down at about the half-yard line. Almost a touchdown there for the Bearcats. They'll have 2 more tries to get it in.
Barrett Walker will sub in for the Thunderbolts, bringing an extra D lineman. Pretty sure everyone knows it's going. It's got to go to Sebastian Boyle on this play.
Whistles are blown.
Officials timeout.
And back to action. We'll hand it off to Sebastian, and touchdown Bearcats. The Bearcats take a 6-0 lead with 45 seconds left in this first quarter.
Just a great possession there by the Bearcats. Really run heavy, and then they had that one big pass to Josiah Mobley. Caught the cornerbacks off guard. Just a solid possession. So looking to take a 7-0 lead after the PAT.
And the PAT is blocked. The Thunderbolts special teams unit blocks the PAT. And of course, in there to block it was Matt Bowie. So the Bearcats do not get the PAT, and the star running back blocks it to keep it a 6-0 game.
So Thunderbolt offense take the field here again. Their offense was moving. It was looking really good last possession. Just that turnover down the red zone. That's really that can be what makes the difference here. It's all about capitalizing, especially off of turnovers. And that's what Scottsbluff did. Had the interception at about the 10-yard line. Able to march down the field for a nice long possession.
Talon McDonald back to kick it away for the Bearcats. His last one out of bounds. This one is up the middle, and Thunderbolt to receive it at the 5-yard line. And it's a sweep handed off to the outside. And it's a return for 27 yards for Dario Okonzi. Great takeout there from the Thunderbolts. Trick play off the kickoff.
Yeah, that was just a great design. Nick Mariosky was the one who got the ball at first. Was able to give it to Okanzi, and he's had a nice run there. So Pius looking to keep that momentum from that kickoff.
Screw the quarterback. Hands it off. And a 2-yard loss on the play there. The running back, Brett Voss, with the carry there.
44, Ford Sims. Second down, 12.
So it looks like they'll keep Bowie out for maybe a couple plays here to start the offense, especially after it seemed like he was just on the field the whole defensive possession there, and then also got that blocked PAT.
Yeah, Bowie is playing offense, defense, and special teams. That is hard to do, especially when you are that physical of a running back who gets the ball almost every single down.
So that'll be the end of the first quarter. Bearcats have the lead 6-0. Pius has the ball for about second down and 12. See how they do here in the second quarter. Isaac, what do you think about Pius? What do they need to improve on for the second quarter?
Well, I think they did a good job on their first possession. There was just one mistake there at the end on the offensive side of the ball. If they just keep doing what they did last possession, they should be able to punch it in for a touchdown. And then on the defensive side, it seemed like they did good there too. They just need to limit the pass and not be tricked. They were expecting a run pretty much every play, which is almost what you should do with Smash and Boil, but you got to have a backup plan for when they do pass. You got to have some coverage out there on those guys.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and it's just also be nice for Pius to try to clean up a few of those smaller mistakes. Looked like there was some confusion sometimes in the backfield on where they're handing it off to, but just a couple small things like that, a couple plays that can make a big difference here in the game. Showed up tonight.
And it's a handoff. It'll be a 1-yard gain on 2nd and 10.
So Bowie won't, I think that was Bowie on the carry. He won't get much. Just stuffed at the line, didn't really have a hole to go run through, so. It'll be third down.
Third down, 11.
Bolts may look to pass here on 3rd and long, as they do not usually gain too many yards on the run game. It's usually 4 or 5 yard pickups most of the time. 2 wide receivers to the near, 1 to the far. Skrupa throws his high pass, almost intercepted off the fingertips of Nate Shower. Almost intercepted by Carter Rising of the Scottsbluff Bearcats, and then almost a completion to Nate Shower, but his body took him the other way, and it is incomplete. He'll bring up 4th down and 9 for the Bolts. Back to punt is number 38, Adrian Mendez.
Pius obviously wishes that they could have got that first down there, but really they seem to be pretty fortunate, especially since it could have been an interception there. Looks like there was a penalty on the play.
Andrew Davis, the wide receiver, is coming in late for special teams and was not very close to being set. And they'll call illegal shift, and they'll give the Bearcats 5 more yards. Yep, I'll give them 5 more yards. Ball will be brought out to the... Oh, no, they will redo the kick. The Bolts will be moved back 5 yards, and Mendez will go out there to punt again. Punt is off. And it's fair caught, but it's fumbled. Ball on the ground.
Looks like, I think Scottsbluff recovered it.
Scottsbluff recovers it at midfield, and that's where they will take over. A muffed punt, almost recovered by the Thunderbolts. But the Bearcats are lucky to jump on top of that one.
I think it was Carter Isig who was on the return for Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff is very fortunate there too. Would have been a nice 50-yard pickup there for Pius.
Yeah.
Off of a punt. Instead, the Bearcats will take over at midfield.
Braden Stoll to take the snap, looks to pass, and almost taken down, but he'll slip to the outside and he'll gain 2 yards on the rush.
Looks like Ben Andreessen and Nate Schauer there for the tackle. See Nate Schauer, the DN, he got to the line pretty quickly, and the quarterback ended up running the other way, and he chased him down, but
he dropped back and was immediately swarmed by the Thunderbolts defensive line, who has done a great job here so far against a very good Scottsbluff offensive line that includes Husker commit Brock Knudsen. And it's a handoff up the middle, and that'll gain 2 yards again, so that'll bring up 3rd and 6 already for the Bearcats.
That time will be Matt Bowie and Ben Andreessen. Group effort taken down. So Pius defense looking pretty strong in this possession right now. 3rd down 6. We'll see if they get a key stop here. Get the ball back pretty quickly. That'd be huge. Ben Molly rushing off the field. Good hustle by him, making sure there wouldn't be too many men on the field.
It's a handoff at the middle to Sebastian Boyle, and he will gain 4 on the play. I'll bring up 4th and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Another great tackle there by Nate Schauer.
And the Bearcat defense, or the Bearcat offense, will stay on the field on 4th and 2. Pius desperately in need of a stop here, down 6-0. It's a run up the middle, and he's stuffed at the line. Nothing gained there. The Thunderbolt defense holds. A great stop for the Thunderbolts as they'll take over at the 42-yard line.
Great tackle there by guess who? Matt Bowie. They will stop him there at the line to turn over and down. That's a huge, pivotal play here for Pius as they'll take over. A great defensive possession right there. I mean, this is really, I guess, 4 now.
And a quarterback change here for the Bolts as Colby Volkmer will come into the game. A sophomore. And they'll go 2 wide receivers to either side. Volkmer is more of a passing quarterback. There'll be a handoff to Bowie. Bowie up the middle. Bowie gains some tough yards. and he'll gain 5 on the play. He'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Thunderbolts decide to play this series out. Colby Volkmer, as you said, he's usually more of the passing quarterback for Pius. This Cole Strupa is more of the running quarterback, but we'll see. The run has been working pretty good for them, if you think about it, but they do have some very good wide receivers who use as potential threats to the Bearcat defense.
Volkmer takes the snap, looks to pass, and immediately goes to the run, and he's spanned down with no yards gained on the play.
Josiah Mobley with the tackle there. You saw him flying in. Too much pressure for Volkmer to get a pass off. We're up 3rd down. Scottsbluff looking to answer Pius' stop with another big
8 minutes left here in this first half. Scottsbluff 6, Pius nothing.
Pius will bring in Nate Shower. I'd assume that they'd pass on this play. Looks like they'll bring him in as tight end.
And Volkmer across the middle, pass complete to Nate Shower to the 40, and he's brought down at about the 30-yard line. A great play for the Thunderbolts there, gaining 23 yards, and that'll get the offense sparked.
That was just a great design by Pius and Kearney's offense. I mean, you had the tight end going out there. He was looking like he was about to block, so he had no one on covering him. Just did a little curl route, was able to pick up some more yardage. Got the first down. Now they're at 30-yard line. They're going to score. Huge play. A great run by Nate Shower.
Shower, the tight end. Great reception there. Snap to Volkmer. Volkmer looks to pass again, scrolling to his right. And it's incomplete, intended for Thomas Neal. Just thrown to the outside. The hands of Thomas Neal, the senior.
That will bring up 2nd down and 10. We'll see if they go back to pass again.
Head coach Ryan Carney and offensive coordinator Tom Schneider yell the play to Colby Volkmer. Volkmer in the gun. Hands it off to the outside to Bowie. Bowie fighting for yards. And after being hit at the line of scrimmage, he'll be taken down at the 28-yard line for a 3-yard gain.
Christian Jimenez, tackle for the Bearcats. Bowie will be subbed out here. I'll bring up 3rd down in about 8. They'll bring in Brett Voss.
So far, it's been a heavy dose of Bowie at running back, mixing in the junior Brett Voss and the senior Ben Andreessen. A couple carries in there too. Trying to keep Bowie fresh as he plays offense, defense, and special teams. Volkmer back to pass, looks to Andrew Davis, it's high. And a bit of a cheap shot there on Andrew Davis as he goes up to catch it, and Scottsbluff defensive back Jackson Allen takes a low shot on him.
It was just a little bit too high for Andrew Davis. He did get some air there, but wasn't able to haul it in. Just may have grazed his fingertips, but even if it did, I don't think he'd be able to haul it in, especially after that hit. So
no.
I'll bring a 4th down, and Pius will keep the offense on the field. Does not look like they'll settle for a field goal.
And
looks like some confusion maybe on the field. We'll call it a timeout, I'm pretty sure.
Bolts will call a timeout, discuss this one, see what they want to do. It'd be a pretty long field goal here for the Bolts, but they could do it. Jack Schaefer's is the kicker.
We'll see what Pius draws up here on this play. Had some success with some shorter curls. Just Nate Shower. They almost had ones there to Andrew Davis. Play just too high. You have to imagine that they'd pass, right, Isaac? I mean, it's 4th down and 8. You can't really rely on a run for 8 yards.
Yeah, and with Colby Volkmer at the quarterback position, more of a passing down quarterback. I feel like they are more likely to throw here instead of hand it off to Bowie. And it's almost more enticing here to go for it because your defense has done a great job, except for one big play by Scottsbluff that ended up leading to a touchdown. The defense has done a great job, so you can kind of trust your defense to stop them here if they don't make it. And that's what they will elect to do. They'll keep Volkmer in the offense on the field.
Looks like they'll go with 5 wide receivers.
Yeah, they'll go with Shower, Neal, and Schaefer's to the near side, and Okonzi and Davis to the far side. Volkmer in the gun by himself. Looks to pass, airs it out to Dario Okonzi, and they were not on the same page. Volkmer threw it, and Okonzi was still running toward the end zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Really.
Maybe there was some confusion there on the route. It looked like Volkmer was passing for a flag route, but Dario almost did more of a post. So that'll be a turnover on downs. Looks like Jackson Allen for Scottsbluff could have picked it off there. It was probably a smart play, though, to bat it down, get some more yards. So, smart play by Scottsbluff.
Bolt's defense packs it in, expecting a run. And it will be a run by the quarterback. And he gets to the outside, stomps his way down to the 50, and taken out of bounds about the 48-yard line. A great play to start off that possession for the Bearcats.
Looks like he was just able to get around Brett Voss I believe it was Brett Voss, out at corner. May have been Walker Hanneman. Was able to get around him, had a couple blocks, and then Thomas Neal and Ben Andreessen escorted him out.
It's a handoff to Sebastian Boyle. Boyle up the middle, fighting for yards, still fighting, and they'll gain 7 on the play, which will bring up 2nd and 3. Sebastian Boyle, as just a sophomore, had 1,700 rushing yards last year. He has interest from Nebraska and Iowa State right now, according to Rivals.com, and he will be getting Division I offers. He will be a Division I running back. It's just a matter of time until his offers start coming in as he gets older.
Yeah, as you can see, he's a really talented player. He's been, oh wow.
It'll be a false start.
I'm pretty sure it was
Boyle.
Boyle. Looked like he started running out. The lead blocker, a little bit too quick.
That'll bring up 2nd and 9 for the Bearcats.
Yeah, but as we were saying, Boyles is a really talented player. We'll see him for sure get some D1 offers. I mean, especially the physicality you've seen all game today and from last year. I mean, today seems like it's taken multiple bodies to get him down every single play.
And there'll be a rush to the outside and taken down immediately by Matt Bowie. Braden stole the quarterback, tried to get to the outside to make a run, but Bowie jumps through that offensive line immediately.
Wow.
And they'll lose about a half a yard there. Bring up 3rd and 9.
Another big play there by Bowie. Holy cow. The amount of times we'll say his name for big plays is insane.
This Pius crowd really into it, wanting their defense to get a stop here. Gets the snap. Scanning, looks to pass, makes up, and it's caught by Jose Rodriguez and taken down immediately by the Thunderbolts defense.
Looks like Pius had some pretty good pressure there. Tyler Castle, Adrian Mendez. He's just able to get out though before.
They'll bring up 4th and about 5 here.
So Pius has a chance, another big stopper. Actually, it looks like they'll punt. So Pius with a big stop there. On the play.
Back to
Two
return.
great defense possessions.
Back to return the quarterback, Cole Skarupa for the Thunderbolts. the punt. It's a good punt. Oh, it almost gets it to check up around inside the 5, but it bounces its way into the end zone for a touchback, and the Thunderbolts take over at the 20-yard line with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left in this first half, looking to get themselves on the board here. The quarterback will be Colby Volkmer. Volkmer runs on the field. Next to him is Brett Voss, the running back. After a great start to their possession last time with Volkmer, choose to stick with him here. And Scottsbluff jumps offside. Cord Simmons.
Really good discipline by the offensive line there. Looks like they've got the offsides off of a hard count or something. I don't know. Just a great scheme. I don't know. So first down and 5 here.
First down and 5 for the Thunderbolts. Volkmer in the gun. A low snap, fumbles it, and has to decide what to do with it, and he will just be taken down immediately. An 8-yard loss on the play. A low snap to Volkmer. He tries to pick it up off the ground and couldn't do so.
So Scottsbluff said that they will take back that 5 yards plus an extra 3 after that offsides.
Ball on the 17-yard line. They'll go triplets to the near side, one to the far. Volkmer in the gun with Bowie as a running back. It's a fake handoff, a pass to Thomas Neal. Off the fingertips of Thomas Neal. His momentum was taking him one way and the ball was behind him. And he almost made a great catch there.
So I'll bring up 3rd down and 13. Scottsbluff hoping to make it a short series here for Pius. Seems like Pius has had success getting down the field. It's just scoring has been their problem. We'll see if they can get a first down here.
The 3rd and 13 for the Bolts. Volkmer, just a little run to the outside, which will pick up. They'll pick up about 9 or 10, which will lead to 4th and 3. The Bolts thought about keeping the offense on the field there, but instead they will elect to punt here. And now a different punter in Jack Schaefer's the place kicker.
Yeah, definitely the smart play there. It looked like there might have been some discussion about leaving the offense on the field, but it's just too risky, especially when you're only down 6-0.
Yeah, and with 2 minutes left, you want to make them go as far as possible.
Wow.
Oh,
Jack Schaefer's. Oh, and he got it. The first down after
He fumbled the punt and realized that he could not punt anymore because it would have been blocked. So he ran to the outside, picked up the first down. There are flags on the play. This could be a horse collar. It's a face mask. And the Bolts will pick up the first down on the bad snap. Wow.
It almost looks like Pius was fortunate that Jack Schaefer's was not able to get that ball off. Picks up the first down and an extra 15, so Pius will stay on the field. They will put in Cole Scrupa and take out Colby Volkmer after not getting much last series. Very big series of events right there. Pius will take the ball around midfield about the 46-yard line with only 2 minutes left.
Scrupa will hand it off to Bowie. Carney yelling to keep the offense moving with only 1:45 here. In a run-heavy offense, you got to conserve your timeouts because you're going to run the ball a lot here in this possession. Especially with Scrupa on the field. Not as much of a pass quarterback. He can pass. He's made some completions here, but does have 1 interception. Scrupa does look back to pass, fires across the middle, and almost intercepted again. Scottsbluff's Jace Wilkinson right there, and a flag thrown on the play.
Looks like it was maybe defense pass interference, as you can see, on Thomas Neal. Maybe holding. We'll see what they call. It does look like it was on the defense, though.
Officials discussing at midfield what the call will be. 1:24 left. And they'll bring in a fifth official to confer.
Isaac, what do you think about them bringing in Cole Scrupa? I mean, 2 minutes left, and then I would have expected them to bring in Colby Volkmer since he's more of a passing quarterback, but after those last couple series, I mean, it does make a little bit of sense to bring in Cole Scrupa.
Well, I feel like the experience of Scrupa may help him being a senior. More of a guy who's been around the program longer.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Volkmer is young. He'll get his chance a lot more this year and in the years to come. He should be the starter.
So it looks like the officials picked up the flag. So it'll be third down and about 8 yards.
3rd and 7 from the 48-yard line. A minute 24 to go. Scrupa in the gun. Look back to pass again. Fires, looks deep to Dario Oconzi, underthrown, and right through the fingertips, but it'll be called pass interference. A pass interference call on Kyan Allen from Scottsbluff.
Looked like it just went right off Oconzi's knee.
Yep, only pass defense. That'll give the Bolts 15 yards.
That is huge. Oh. Actually, I'm trying to see what they just did. I'm wondering if
I'm
they
just counting up the 15 yards.
Okay, yeah. Huge play there. I think they called that because as Oconzi went for the ball, I think Kyan Allen kind of had his hands tangled up with Oconzi's.
It was great coverage there until the end when he just got a little bit handsy.
It was actually a really good pass too.
Yeah. Great pass by Scrupa. Scrupa handed off this time to Bowie though, and play goes nowhere. And the Bolts may elect to call a timeout here, and they will. Bolts will call a timeout with 1:09 left in this second quarter to conserve the clock after the run play. Bo, what do you think the Bolts need to do here to score a touchdown or at least put some points on the board to give them some momentum going into half?
Well, I think I'm okay with them handing off to Matt Bowie. He's been their playmaker and stuff, but honestly, if I was an offense coordinator in this position, I think I'd be maybe doing some slants and some short passes here. Try to pick up some yards there, especially since it's only a minute left of the clock. But I think if you are going to do stuff like screens or anything like that, try to get in Matt Bowie's hands because you know he's a playmaker, and especially if you only get 1 or 2 defenders on him, he has a huge chance of making a big play here for the Thunderbolts. They just got to make sure that they know the time on the clock and don't make any mistakes, like penalties or anything that can cost them.
As the Thunderbolt offense comes out and takes the field of just over a minute to put some points on the board here. Bowie is the running back, and they'll keep Scrupa as the quarterback. They'll go 2 to the far side, 1 to the near. Tight end Nate Shower. Scrupa scrambling to his right, looks to pass to Shower, and just over the hands of Nate Shower. That was probably a smart pass there. Put it over Shower, see if he can maybe go up and get it. Do not allow a sack there, especially because that just takes time off the clock. To bring up 3rd and 11 from the 38-yard line. Just a minute left.
That was just some great coverage also by the Bearcat defense. You can see Braden Stoll was on Nate Shower, who seemed to be Pius's passing playmaker, or I guess receiving playmaker so far tonight. So I'll bring up 3rd down and 9, and Isaac, what would you do here? Would you try to just go straight up for the first down or maybe do a shorter pass, see if you can get some more yards? Or
I would run the ball.
run the ball?
Looks like that's what they were going to do. But a timeout called by Coach Ryan Carney.
Looks like there was a delay of game, actually. Let's see what they call, actually.
No.
Timeout.
The head official will change his mind as the sideline official says that Carney got the timeout off in time to bring up 3rd and 11 again. If I were the Thunderbolts here, I don't know what's going through Coach Carney's mind, but I would run the ball because if you gain decent yards here, then you can call a timeout and run another play on 4th and try to make that first down. But if you don't get anywhere, you can kind of let that clock run out.
Exactly.
And give Scottsbluff little time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that one, especially since if you'd be handing off and be going to Bowie on top of that. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's 3rd down.
You're not quite in field goal range yet.
Nope.
I would say it'd be a pretty long field goal.
Yeah, it's 4 down territory where they are right now. So, I think the biggest thing is just to try to pick up at least a couple yards to make it 4th and manageable.
And it looks like they will go to the pass, probably, with 2 wide receivers on the far side, 3 to the near. Nope, Scruple will run it, and he's taken, breaks a few tackles, but he'll lose 5 on the play.
Yeah, that was not pretty. I mean, you only have 5 people in line there. They didn't have any tight ends or extra blockers, and Scottsbluff
will call the timeout with 55 seconds left to try to give their offense a chance with the ball. And the Bolts...
They have to elect to punt, right? It's 4th down. It's too long for them not to punt.
You'd think they'd have to punt. Yeah, it looks like they're taking...
Especially on top of that, if you don't convert it, then the next thing you know, Scottsbluff has the ball at midfield. Pius has been doing a pretty good job this first half. They just need to clean up some stuff, I feel like, on offense. Some of the penalties and miscommunications. I mean, their defense has been doing a great job of containing Sebastian Boyle very well. Scottsbluff only has 6 points on the board right now.
And Jack Schaefer's back to punt for the Bolts again. And this time they will actually punt it. And it's a fair catch. Sliding catch made at the 12-yard line by Jose Rodriguez for the Bearcats.
Now Scottsbluff, I'd assume they just run a couple plays here, see if they get any big plays. I don't know if it's worth it to pass, especially if only 47 seconds left. And
you got to go 84 yards in 45 seconds.
Especially on such a run-heavy team.
Yes.
I mean, I assume that they just have a couple runs, see what Sebastian Boyle can do for them. But this would definitely not be the right time for them to throw a pick. Because the next thing you know, Pius has ball.
And we'll go with Braden Stoll in the shotgun, lined up next to Sebastian Boyle. And Stoll will go to the outside, and he'll get taken down for about a 2-yard gain on the play. And Scottsbluff is not, they're not calling a timeout.
They don't have to snap it here on this play.
Yeah.
As you see, the clock is at 27 while the game clock's at. So, looks
just
like
a 1 second difference here between the game clock and the play clock. Taking the shotgun, hand it off to the outside, and a big run up the middle. And he's to the 35, spins, gets out of that tackle, and taken down to the 37-yard line. Sebastian Boyle with a great run there. And now,
that was a
Bearcats will call a timeout.
That was a huge tackle there by Thomas. Neal on that play. I mean, he needed to wrap him up because if Thomas didn't get him here right there, then he'd had daylight, and that would have been an absolute nightmare for Pius because Boyle would have been able to get a touchdown there on basically Scottsbluff just trying to run out the clock. So
Scottsbluff will run one more play with 5 seconds left here in the first half. The Pius defense should play this conservatively and make sure that they don't get a 50 or 64-yard gain for a touchdown.
that would be
That'd be
something. Looks like they almost had that just last play.
Yeah.
Did a great job by Thomas on that play.
Scottsbluff. One last play to end the half. It's a high snap and a flag. It'll be a false start on the offense. So instead of 64 yards to go, it'll be 69 yards to go in one play.
Accept the penalty, 5 yards. Remains first down.
Pius accepts the penalty to bring up 1st and 15 for the Bearcats.
.2.
We'll add 1 second back to the clock here for the Bearcats. Won't really matter unless it's an incompletion, I guess.
So the ref is holding him.
They're waiting for the play clock. The play clock goes down to 0.5 seconds now. And now to 52 seconds.
Working out.
And
5.2
now
seconds.
5.2 seconds on the clock. And Westside will get the go-ahead signal. It'll be a quarterback rush to the outside, and he'll pick up about 4 on the play. Sirens will go off, and that will be halftime at Aldridge Field here. Scottsbluff 6, Pius 0. Bo, your thoughts on this first half?
Well, I think that Pius actually did a pretty well job at being able to stop Sebastian Boyle and Bearcats' offense as they held them to 6 points. I think the big difference is that Scottsbluff has been able to get in the red zone and score, and Pius they've made it down the field multiple times, but just haven't been able to capitalize. So we'll see what they can fix for the second half. Looking to be a very good game, very defensive game.
Well, if you look at that first half, there's 2 plays that separate the score. The interception at about the 20-yard line, and the 60-yard pitch and catch by Scottsbluff down to the 2-yard line, which led to a 2-yard touchdown run by Sebastian Boyle. As we will go to half, and we will be back here for the second half of action between the Scottsbluff Bearcats and Pius 10th Thunderbirds.
The 2022-23 Pius cheerleading team is ready for another fantastic year of performing and competing and leading the Pius spirit. The team will play many home events and even some away games as well. They are coached by Casey Hayes, Maya Carrillo, Haley Pepper, and Kellyanne Carson. The Pius 10 Thunderettes dance team will perform a palm routine this evening, choreographed by senior Whitney Combs. The Thunderettes are coached by Ashton Kleinsmith. Ladies, your music is on. And just a reminder, the 50-50 drawing will be held between the third and fourth quarter. Once the winning ticket number is drawn, we will announce the winner. Please hold on to your ticket in case they don't want the money. On Tuesday, Pius Attempt will host a blood drive in conjunction with the 12 Days of Hope in memory of Officer Mario Herrera. We are thankful for the support of our Pius students and staff for their upcoming donations. The 12 Days drive will continue until September 7th if you can help. And this fall, the Pius players will present Opus Cocaine, October 13th through the 16th. Be sure to mark your calendars for the homecoming game this year. Pius will play Hastings on September 9th here at Aldridge Field. And football fans, please help us keep Aldridge Field clean by putting your trash in the trash cans located in and around the grandstands. We appreciate your help in keeping Aldridge Field and the Pius campus clean.
Hello and welcome back to Aldridge Field for the Lincoln Pius X Thunderbolts versus Scottsbluff Bearcats. Tonight we have a great game. 6-0 right now is the score. Bearcats are up. Great defensive game. A lot of runs. Time taken off the clock for that. So I assume it will be a low-scoring game, as we've seen from this first half. Both teams doing very well on defense, as I said. Isaac, what do you look forward to in the second half, and how can Pius improve?
Well, I think Pius was very close there in the second half to being able to tie that game up. They just had a interception there at the 20-yard line and gave up one big play at the end of the first quarter there for 60 yards.
Yeah, the story of the game has just been short runs, short pickups, power runs, and some great defense. Like you said, there's been just a couple of big plays. You had that one pass in the first quarter that caught Pius off guard. That set them up for the touchdown. So Pius will kick it off, start the second half. Kick it off will be Jack Schaefer's. You hear the Pius Thunderbolts section very loud.
And this would be a huge win for the Thunderbolts, beating the number 2 team in the state, starting off the season with a win.
Kick it off. Kyle Allen on the return. Around about 32-yard line. Huge hit there by Carson Weiner. A good return, but Carson Weiner just escorted him out of bounds. Had a really nice hit on him. Thunderbolt defense to the field. Bearcat offense looking to have some very long possessions, rely on the run. I think that's really where a lot of their success for Scottsbluff has just been dominating time of possession. So we'll hand it off to Sebastian Boyle. A nice pickup, about 7 yards there.
And a key here for the Bearcat offense is to keep that Thunderbolt defense on the field, tire them out, because in Nebraska high school football, there's not going to be many teams with great depth that can go 2 or 3 deep in each position. So the Thunderbolts need to get that defense out the field quick so they can stay healthy.
And off on the jet sweep. Nice carry to about the 47-yard line. Bearcats.
Jose Rodriguez on the carry there. That's his second jet sweep, and it's worked both times for a first down. As the Thunderbolt student section starting to get loud, realizing they need to give their team some momentum here to make a stop in the first possession of this second half.
Nice jet sweep carry there. Bearcats will get it Pius territory on the 49-yard line. Hand it off to Boyle. Shaves off tackle, breaks a couple more. Finally taken down. Another strong carry by Sebastian Boyle. A 12-yard gain there. And as we said earlier in the game, Sebastian Boyle ran for almost 1,800 yards last season as a sophomore. He's only a junior this year. He's got a lot of potential. He's been getting looks from Iowa State and Nebraska. No offers yet.
Funny how that works. Sophomore last year, junior this year.
Yeah. Hand it off back to Boyle again. He'll break a tackle. He's finally taking down another strong carry. Nice carry of about 13 yards there on the play. Looks like this whole possession has been pretty much handoff after handoff to Sebastian Boyle, except for that one jet sweep to Jackson Allen to get them across midfield.
Pius did a really good job of containing Boyle in the first half. Boyle looks to be getting a very nice start here in the second half. Fake handoff, QB keeper, and go up for, get about 3 or 4 yards on the play. Braden Stoll, quarterback.
Second down.
Not a bad play, especially after handing off the ball to Sebastian Boyle the last couple times. Trying to fake out the defense. Thunderbolt defense is pretty good though. We'll go back to Sebastian Boyle. Get a couple yards, about 4 yards it looks like maybe on the play. That'll bring up third down. Pius needs to stop here. It'll be interesting if they get a stop if Bearcats go for it on fourth down, or if, I wonder how good their field goal kicker is.
Well, he was blocked earlier, so they may have a little bit less trust in him here. And considering the Pius offense is yet to score a touchdown, it would probably be pretty enticing to go for it on fourth if need so.
Yeah. QB keeper around the near side. He'll pick up the first down easily and a couple more. Tackled about the 13-yard line.
The quarterback, Braden Stoll, get another rush. Stoll has rushed more than he has passed here tonight. And that's the same story as last year. He had about 1,100 rushing yards last year and just under 1,000 passing yards.
They'll send a couple Bearcats in motion to the far side. Hand off Sebastian Boyle with those blockers. Break off a couple tackles and a great run and touchdown Bearcats.
Boyle with a great physical run, bounces off a defender to the far side and scores the touchdown. His second of the game to put the Scottsbluff Bearcats up ahead by 2 touchdowns.
So just a great offensive series, offensive drive for the Bearcats. They were just able to march down the field, led by Sebastian Boyle, and he'll get his second touchdown of the game off about a nice 7-yard physical run.
And they will go for 2 here.
2. Send Boyle in motion, did not give it to him, and he'll be swallowed up. And it'll be no good.
Well, the score would be 12-0 Bearcats as a missed PAT and a missed 2-point conversion. And going for 2 there kind of sets a tone that they will not be kicking anymore. After a blocked PAT, if you don't have the trust to go for a PAT again, you probably aren't going to kick a field goal from anywhere else.
Yeah, that could be true. Could be 4-down territory anywhere on the field for the Bearcats. But Pius worry needs to be to get on the scoreboard. Looks like Thomas Neal might be cramping up on the sideline. Humid night, pretty hot out tonight. We'll see a lot of players cramping, most likely. Said Brett Voss and Nick Marioski return for the Thunderbolts. Last return, did a little trick play and hand it off to Kanzi. But Brett Voss will take Kanzi's spot this time.
Talon McDonald back to kick it off again here for the Bearcats.
He'll kick it off. Nick Marioski looking for the return. He'll go. Fake handoff. He'll keep it. Breaks a tackle and gets stood up. Tackled at about the 22-yard line.
A big hit by the Bearcats special teams unit there that knocks him back.
That was a good hit. Cole Sarupa, it looks like, will take the field as Pius quarterback. They just need to find something that works for them. Their offense has not been able to score still. And they've had some nice possessions, been able to get deep down the field, just not being able to get on the board. So we'll see what the changes they make second half. Trips to the far side of the field to Andrew Davis, near side. Full Scrupa. Hands it off to Matt Bowie.
And Bowie taken down immediately by the Bearcat defense there. Frankie Trevino on the tackle there. And he just got right around the edge and met Bowie immediately. The Bearcats kind of starting to figure out the Bolts' plan here, just to hand it off most of the time.
Looks like they'll have Ben Dreesen as the tailback. They'll hand it off, go around the far side. He might, it looks like he maybe got a yard, just got past the line of scrimmage. I'll bring up third down. Pius needs to get a first down here. They can't go 3 and out. That'd be, I know it's only 12-0, a lot of time left, but might be a little bit demoralizing. Pius hoping they can find a way. Looks like there's an injury on the field. Or no, it just looks like more cramping. You see a lot of that tonight, especially later into this game. Looks like they'll take a break here. I want to say that's Ben and Dreesen possibly on the field cramping up. Pius might have a little bit of time here now to draw up a play. It's 3rd down and 10. Still have not gained any yards. I guess they did on that last play, but the play before that they had negative yards. So they need to get something going here. We'll see if they go to the pass, as the run has not worked these first 2 downs.
This is a good Bearcat defense here that returns 2 of their top defenders in Josiah Mobley and Jace Wilkinson with 87 and 57 tackles respectively. And they've also got Brock Knudsen playing defensive tackle for this team.
Still cramping. Hopefully it's only cramps, not something else. They're stretching out his right leg. Walk off the field. Looks like he's limping a little bit. Maybe something happened to his right knee. Looks like he's needing a little bit of help off the field, but hopefully Andreessen will be all right. Scottsbluff had about a 6 or 7 hour car ride, or bus ride to get here. They have a very long bus ride to get back too. They're hoping they can come back with a win. Shout out to D-Bat, giving Chick-fil-A to all Scottsbluff players. Really nice of them, especially the Booster Club will also be helping out those Scottsbluff players. They'll drop back to pass. Looking for Nate Shower, and he'll catch it. And he'll go around the corner and be pushed out of bounds. A huge play by Nate Shower. Another big catch by him in the first down. That's what Pius needed.
That was a 50-50 ball thrown up for Nate Shower, and he went back and got the ball and got to the outside. Picks up the first down for the Thunderbolts. A huge play in terms of times in the second half.
And that's exactly who you want going up for the ball. Big big tight end. Some great athleticism. Troubles with the snap again, and looks like there's a fumble.
And
we'll see who recovers. It looks like it might be Scottsbluff.
It'll be
Scottsbluff. Wow. And again, another not good snap. Looks like there's some more miscommunication between Scrupa and Castle, as it was just almost a broken play. I wonder if that's what they had designed for Cole Scrupa to run out to the near side, but he's bobbling it still, and then he got tackled and the ball came out.
Yet another turnover by Cole Scrupa. This one not as much his fault. Actually, neither of them have really been his fault. The other one was Shower got shoved in the pass, was thrown to Shower. He was shoved out of the way, and this time he just fumbled it on a bad snap.
So Scottsbluff will take over about the 43-yard line of Pius. Go back to pass. Really good coverage there by Andrew Davis. It would have been too far out to catch, but nonetheless, had some good coverage by the Thunderbolts. Good defensive play. I'll bring up 2nd down 10. That was a pass, which is really rare for the Scottsbluff, as we've seen throughout the game. This would be huge for Pius to get a stop here, especially after that turnover, to knock it down on themselves and make a big stop here and get the ball back. We'll see what they can do.
Scottsbluff can punch it in for a touchdown here. That would give them a 3-possession lead. And Pius still has yet to score, so that'd be tough to come back from. And a great stop there by the Bulls. Jack Schaefer meets him at the line of scrimmage on the quarterback run.
Great defensive play there. They had the fake handoff to Boyle going to the near side of the field. Quarterback kept it, and Jack Schaefer's got his leg, so he got nothing on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Pius looking for a huge stop. We'll see what they elect to do. Snap it. Quarterback will keep it, go around the left side, far side, and he'll get the 1st down, it looks like.
Oh, that'll be close.
Will they give it to him? Just a great run there by Stoll. Looks like
they'll bring out the
they'll say,
oh, no, they won't.
looks like they'll say first down. So not what Pius wanted to see there. They're expecting it to be handed off to Sebastian Boyle. Instead,
Braden Stoll takes it for a 1st down of his own.
that's right. First down and 10. They'll hand it off to Sebastian Boyle this time. He'll break through, trucks the guy.
Boyle with a big hit there
Wow.
on Mario Okonzi.
Just a huge physical run, and it looks like Boyle might be in some pain on the ground. Wow, that is not a good sight to see. That is especially not what Scottsbluff wants to see, one of their biggest playmakers. We can hope that he's okay. Looked like he was shaken up there at the bottom of the pile. Scottsbluff players take a knee. We'll see, maybe he's just cramping.
That is by far best case scenario.
Yeah.
Here for Scottsbluff. He looked like he was down in pain. Hopefully it's just a
It didn't
cramp.
look like he was in pain, so yeah.
Even as a football fan, you'll love to see him on the field because he's a stud. It's fun to watch him play some physical football at the running back position.
And just a great run there on that last play by him too, really physical. Was able to break off a couple tackles. Great job by them. And I'm just noticing this. You look over and Scottsbluff actually has a lot of people here and a lot of fans, which is pretty crazy. Because
6 hours away.
6 hours away, and they still have this many people here. That's really impressive.
By the time they get back to Scottsbluff, Huskers will be about kicking off tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.
Yeah, so it looks like he'll be walking off the field. That's good to see. As Boyle looks like he might have just been cramping. Hopefully that's just it. He doesn't need any help off the field. So that was best case scenario on that play.
Very good sign. Walk off, and now he's jogging off.
So that's great to see.
Here we are back with Scottsbluff ball at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Scottsbluff 1st down and 10. They'll hand it off. He'll get about 9 yards on the play. Jose Rodriguez with the carry. Like he came in motion and got it. So a good run there. Looks like Scottsbluff offense is doing a really good job of staying on the field, dominating time possession, and like really wearing down that Pius defense. It's tough to be out there against such a run-heavy team for that long.
And the Pius defense is just getting tired. They've played it physical first half very well, and fatigue is starting to set in. But a great play there by the defense as Scottsbluff picks up maybe a yard there.
And that's definitely also Scottsbluff's plan. They wanted to come out here and dominate time possession, especially since they're a run-heavy team. Wear down the defense, which they seem to be doing. It doesn't help on top of that Scottsbluff defense has been holding Pius, and just last possession is really short after that fumble. So we'll see if Pius can hold them here. First down and goal. They're about the 5-yard line. Stoll will hand it off back to Jose Rodriguez, and touchdown Bearcats.
That'll put the Bearcats up 18-0 with a, we'll see what they do here. Looks like they're going to go for the PK here.
Yep. So,
or PAT, excuse me.
We'll see what happens here. Just another great offense possession for Scottsbluff. Looks like what they've said at half has really got the players going. Offense has been amazing. The defense has been doing their job as well. So Pius will get the ball back. 3:46 left in the third quarter. Pius is down 19-0. Offense looking to get something going. And Isaac, what would you do if you're Pius offense right now? Because it looks like the run has really not been working for them, especially when Ben Andreessen and Matt Bowie have been playing both sides of the ball. Looks like they could get pretty tired here soon. You think they go more in the air or stay with their mojo?
I'm intrigued at who's going to be the quarterback here, because as you look at it right now, Skarupa and Volkmer are both standing on the sideline, not in the huddle.
Wow. I'm wondering if they'll bring out Nick Mariosky. We'll see what they do. It looks like.
Oh, it's the kickoff.
Oh, it's. Okay, so sorry, we lost all of our brain cells apparently right there. So.
It is the kickoff, so they don't need a quarterback.
So yeah, I don't think they need a quarterback here. So Pius, I'm sure we'll bring out Volkmer or Skarupa when the series comes up. So Scottsbluff set to kick it off.
And I'd say Brett Voss will get more of a dose here at the running back position, because Ben Andreessen did limp off pretty heavily, but hopefully he's doing better, and they can use him more in the second half.
So Conzi will take it around.
And they'll put the sophomore Volkmer in at quarterback with Bowie as the running back to start this possession off.
Interesting move. They just had Skarupa back the last few possessions. But I like this move because he's the better passer. Most likely they use Skarupa more to run. And at this point, run has not been working for them.
Yes, and Skarupa does play offense and defense, so it almost gets more of a fresh set of legs in there when he needs to run the ball.
Yep. I like the move here by the Thunderbolts. We'll see what they can do.
Volkmer passes across the middle, almost
an
interception.
They're fortunate there as Michael Thrash had his hands on it. Looks like another player down. Hopefully it's just cramps. We'll see what it is. Looks like he's in pain.
It looks like
might be Thomas. I'm pretty sure it's Thomas Neal with cramps. So this cramping again looks like a lot of these players are starting to feel it later in the game, especially after being worn down so much. Players playing both sides of the ball, so we'll see what Pius does here. See how Colby Volkmer does. Looks like he had Thomas Neal open with a slant, right?
Yeah, he did.
In between the hashes, but
looks like right as Michael Thrash turned, as he turned to guard Thomas Neal. It kind of hit off his helmet, touched his back area, and went down to the ground.
Yeah, so they won't get anything there. Good play design, just great job by Michael Thrash. Got that ball down. And that's a lot what they teach defensive linemen. He was on the line in that play, and looks like he wasn't getting anywhere, so they just teach them to look for the ball sometimes. Thomas. Neal will come off the field. I think he's okay. Looks like he wants to walk on his own. That's a good sign. Looks like it's just cramps. Just best case scenario.
He did get hit kind of weird there. The safety kind of started running in and hit him in an awkward way, and he landed kind of on his right leg, I believe.
Yep. So 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. One to the far side. Looks like Ben Hannes and Andrew Davis to the near side. He'll drop back to pass and just absolutely swarmed and tackled in the backfield by number 54, Trey May for Scottsbluff. That defensive line looked like they did not get touched. So you had 3 or 4 people right there in the backfield. Colby Boltzmann had no chance of getting the ball off.
Yeah, the offensive lines kind of fell apart here. For the Thunderbolts, a loss of 13 on the play. Baltimore was just swarmed immediately, as Bo said.
So I'll bring up a 3rd down and very long for the Thunderbolts. They got to go in the air here. Hopefully get some good protection for Colby. Maybe get out the deep pass here. We'll see. And it looks like they'll hand it off to Matt Bowie. He'll break a couple tackles. Probably get about 4 yards or so, but not much on the play. So disappointing drive there for the Thunderbolts.
Jack Schaefer's trot on the field for the punting unit.
Scottsbluff been doing just a great job this second half. It looked like first half is pretty equal, both teams, on how well they were doing. But Scottsbluff has really just been dominating the second half on offense and defense. And that after that defensive stop, they're going to get some really good field positioning here, unless a great punt. But Schaefer's will go and punt. It almost looked like he's going to take it back there for a second. And he'll drop and take a nice Bearcat bounce. Not what Thunderbolts wanted to see after that bounce. It would have been nice if it would have gone the other direction, but it looks like they'll mark them at about the 39, 40-yard line in Thunderbolt territory as the Bearcats will take over again. We'll see if they bring back Sebastian Boyle onto the field after he's cramping, it looked like, last possession.
As the officials are discussing something. There's 4 of them over there on the far side. Here comes the lead.
So only 2 minutes and 1 second left here in the 3rd quarter. Bearcats are up 19-0 over the Thunderbolts. Looks like they'll move back. Maybe there's a penalty. Might have been a penalty.
I think it may have been a sideline infraction on Scottsbluff. Not sure on that, though. Nonetheless, a 15-yard penalty that moves them back to the 50-yard line.
So that's what Pius wanted to see, but still some really nice field positioning for the Bearcats. Like Isaac said, at the 50-yard line, midfield. And Sebastian Boyle will come back in the game for the Bearcats, so it looks like he's okay. That is good to see for Scottsbluff.
That's very good to see for Scottsbluff. He is the key part in your offense when they make a run in the playoffs this year.
Crowd still is going crazy. As the quarterback will keep it. Still about a gain of about, looks like, say 5 yards there on the play. 2nd down and 5. QB keeper. bringing your linebacker. Shotgun formation. Bearcats. Looks like there's a penalty on the play, possibly a false start. We'll see what they call. I think it was a false start. And it was on, yep, a false start on Scottsbluff. That'll move them back 5 yards. Pius been fortunate with a couple penalties here early in Bearcat possession, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Handed off Sebastian Boyle. He was brought down the far side of the field at about the 45-yard line. Pius territory. That'll bring that down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Bearcats if I could ever get that out. Wow. So we'll see what they like to do here if they go back to the run. That's what they did last 3rd down 11. They had stole the quarterback, keep it, got the 1st down. We'll see if they go in the air.
Kind of their bread and butter on any down.
Exactly. So they'll hand off Sebastian Boyle. He'll go and lay a hard hit. Walker Hanneman surge through, get a couple more yards. That'll be 1st down and 10. Another physical run by Sebastian Boyle. His defense is hoping to get something going. They get a stop here. Get that offense back on the field.
Yeah, just 30 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Time dwindling down here for the Thunderbolts offense that was in the red zone once, but is yet to see anything close to the red zone.
First down and 10 at 37-yard line. Looks like they're discussing. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter, folks, as they let the clock go down, and scores 19-0. Scottsbluff Bearcats. 12 minutes left in the game. 4th quarter coming up. We'll see if Pius can get something going. Looks like Scottsbluff, they just had a great quarter right there. That 3rd quarter was really a pivotal point, I feel like we're going to say at the end of the game. So that 3rd quarter for Scottsbluff, they were able to dominate on both sides of the ball. Pius needs to come back here strong if they want a chance in this game. It still is manageable. They're down 19, but they have still yet to score, so they just need to work on getting on the scoreboard first and make a defensive stop.
The next home game for the Bolts will be September 9th at 7 p.m. They'll be playing Hastings. We'll be back here again broadcasting that game.
Next week, Thunderbolts will travel at Seward. Scottsbluff has the ball, 37-yard line. 1st down and 10, they'll hand off Sebastian Boyle. And the ball's out. And it looked, yep, Scottsbluff will recover. That would have been a huge break from Pius if they were able to recover that one.
Yes, it would.
But they had just had
Jose Rodriguez jumps on it immediately as the ball hit the turf.
That's the name I was looking for. Jose Rodriguez jumps on the ball there.
Seems like we've said his name quite a few times tonight.
Exactly. Looks like he might be one of their best wide receivers on the team. He's been getting a lot of jet sweeps to him too, and has been doing a really good job. So fake handoff, Sebastian Boyle. They'll go back to pass. They have a man, and again,
Jose Rodriguez. He was their leading receiver last year with 9 receptions for 236 yards and 1 touchdown. They don't pass much. When they do pass, it's usually a long pass, and that one picks up about 13 for them. That'll get them going.
So a rare pass by the Bearcat offense. See if they go back. I'd assume they'd go back to Sebastian Boyle. Try to tire this defense down even some more. Sebastian Boyle, lead blocker for Jose Rodriguez. And he'll get nothing on the play. Good defense. Looks like he might have got 2 or 3 yards actually.
Well, carried by Rodriguez, tackle by number 58, Ben Molly.
Tackle made by Ben Molly for the Thunderbolts. So the Bearcats threatening to score again. They're at the 22-yard line, looks like. Stoll will keep the ball, go around the corner, break a tackle, touchdown, Bearcats. Braden Stoll with the touchdown.
Quarterback run that leads to a 25-0 lead here for the Bearcats. This one looked promising for the Bolts as they were only down 6-0 at the end of the first half. But as of late, it's kind of starting to fall apart.
Yeah, it's definitely the second half has been all Bearcats so much, and their offense still, I believe, not been stopped yet. And it's just been long possession after long possession. Going to their bread and butter plays, giving it to Sebastian Boyle and Jose Rodriguez.
Well, it doesn't help much that the offense has had a couple 3-and-outs, and the defense has just been on the field for the majority of this second half. They have not had a chance to rest, and quite a bit of those guys who play on offense also play on defense.
Yeah,
so
and
just getting tired out.
That's exactly why I feel like it was still a close game after that first half. It was only 6-0 Bearcats, and I think that's all because the Pius offense was able to get stuff going, was able to march down the field. And even though they didn't get on the board, they gave their defense some rest and was able to get some more time of possession on their side of the ball. So the second half has not been the same though. It'll be interesting to see who they bring out on the field. They had Colby Volkmer last possession, and then they brought in Cole Skrupa.
We'll see who the Thunderbolts elect to put in here at quarterback.
Squib kick, looks like. Brett Voss will get it. Past the 20-yard line, great run. Past the 25-yard line. And escort out of bounds. It looks like that'll be a late hit for sure. Number 67, Christian Jimenez. He was well tackling Brett Voss after being out of bounds. So that's going to tack on some more yards for the Thunderbolts. It's got to. So a good solid return by Brett Voss, and on top of that, the penalty. Pius should be able to get some good field position unless the refs picked up the flag. I'm wondering if they did.
There is still a flag down about the 32-yard line, out of bounds, it looks like.
Officials will go over what just happened there. Looks like they're getting ready to make a call.
Looks like it's going to be against the offense.
Against the offense, wow.
I get.
It looks like, yep, okay, so holding on the return team. I assumed it was going to be a late hit. Looked like 67 for the Bearcats just drove Brett Voss out of bounds even more. But could be from kind of a bad angle we got over here, but.
Well, after a good return by Brett Voss.
Oh, it looks like it was 2 penalties, so I'm pretty sure there was a late hit. I think there was a late hit, and on top of that, there was offensive holding. So, or return team was holding, so.
Offsetting penalties. They give the Thunderbolts the ball at the 29-yard line as they look to travel the length of the field.
And Colby Volkmer in at quarterback. They have 2 receivers to both sides of the field. They'll hand it off. Up the middle. They'll only get 2 or 3 yards on the play. The run has not been working the second half as much as they wanted it to be.
The offense is going to need a spark here if they want to try to get themselves back in this game. They have not been able to do much since being able to get into that red zone twice in the first half.
Looks like the same formation. Ben Drees in the backfield. Or Brett Voss, excuse me. So pass it. Andrew Davis, it looks like. I want to say with the catch. Yep, Andrew Davis with the catch. Nice catch, was able to haul it in. Picked up about 7 or 8 yards. Looked like he was just doing a nice curl route. So it'll be a 3rd down and 1. First completion since Nate Showers' catch for about 20 yards.
You're thinking maybe a handoff here just to pick up that 1st down. Yep, and that's what they'll do with Brett Voss.
And it looks like he got it. I want to say he got it. Yep, easily. So 1st down and 10 for the Thunderbolts. Pius hoping to get something going here. They only have 8 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the second half.
This is a Pius program that's gone 2-9 the last 2 seasons. They've got hope of improving their record this year as they played tough Class A schedules the last 2 years and are now competing in Class B with still a hard schedule.
Oh yeah, a very hard schedule.
As Bennington coming up in about 3 weeks here, that'll be a test.
Yeah, it will be for sure. It'll be a huge win for Pius if they're able to do that. So it'll be false start by the offense. There's been some penalties all the way throughout the game for the Thunderbolts that they'd like to not have. Just those mental ones, it seems like for the most part. A lot of false starts, offsides. Actually, I don't think there's been any offsides, but just false starts. So bringing trips to the near side of the field with Andrew Davis to the far side, Nate Showers, and we'll see if past him, he's been one of their leading targets. They will give it to Nate Shower, a little screen. He'll run around. He'll get tackled by Jace Wilkinson. Got him by the feet. So they won't get much there on the play. Looks like they might only get 2 or 3 yards on the play. So bring up 2nd down and 8. So 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Nate Shower in motion. They'll hand it off to Voss. Voss breaks the tackle. Stiff arms him in. And gets pushed out of bounds. A great run by Brett Voss. That's what they needed. And Isaac was right on this possession. They were going to bring back in Brett Voss, a new fresh pair of legs. And that looks like that's what they needed. So they'll break a few tackles here around the edge of the field. It's a great run by Brett Voss. And great play by the Thunderbolts. So I'll get them in to Bearcat territory for the first time in a while.
It's the best chance they've had to score this half.
Yes, for sure. So they'll have trips to the far side with Andrew Davis, Thomas Neal, and Nate Shower. Jack Schaefer's near side. Shotgun. Volkmer back to pass. Finds a man. Looks like he was pushed a little bit. There is a penalty on the play. Intended receiver is Nate Shower. Once again, there was a penalty, but it wasn't by the official that was right next to the Nate Shower. So I wonder if there's somewhere else in the field.
There's a penalty thrown.
Oh, it looks like there's 2.
Yeah, there's 2. There's one over by where the offensive line was, and there's one right by where the pass was.
Let's see what they call on this play.
And
looks like
we're going to get the call. It's going to be a pass interference.
Pass interference for defense. Yep. And that's declined. And then there was...
I think there's a holding also. Or no?
Not sure. Defense had 2 penalties. Find the pass interference. So he'll move up 15 yards, it looks like. Or
I believe it was a late hit on Colby Volkmer after the pass.
I think that's what it was.
Bolts will take the ball at the 21-yard line now to give him 15 free yards. And this is probably the closest they've come to the end zone this game. And Scott's
being worked on.
Looks like there'll be a timeout by Scottsbluff.
Scottsbluff will call a timeout.
On the field, charge to Scottsbluff.
So Pius will have some time to see what they can do here. Plays they want to call. We'll see if they bring in Bowie, as they've had Brett Boston for a while. But I don't know if they should. I mean, Brett Boston's been doing a great job, and then you can maybe have Bowie staying on defense for a little bit longer next possession. Fresh pair of legs.
If you do score a touchdown here, there'll be about 6 minutes left. And I almost wonder if you kick an onside kick here already, because your defense hasn't been able to stop them this half. Your defense could come up with a stop here, but they haven't given any traction.
It's something to be thought about, but at the same time, you think about it, and then Bearcats' offense, if they recover and have ball in midfield, and Pius not being able to stop them, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an onside kick. I'd have to agree with you on that one. We'll just see if, first Pius has got to score, which they've not been able to do even in the red zone. So we'll see if Pius can get something going. Just even scoring here would be a good sign for the Thunderbolts. Two receivers to both sides. Shower.
Another handoff.
Motion. A nice block. Brett Voss. Up the middle for about 2 yards or so.
Second down.
Second down. And about 7. Yeah, second down 7 for the Thunderbolts. They'll line up.
And maybe this game might be out of reach with it being 26-0, but putting some points on the board kind of gives you some confidence going in to the game next week against Seward.
And another killer penalty for the Thunderbolts. A false start. Those are the things that you need to clean up. I'm not saying that they're going to come back and win this game if they didn't commit some of those false starts and stuff, but once you get into those closer games, false starts and mental penalties like that is really what makes the difference. And clean those up. Two receivers on the far side, one on the near with Nate Shower at tight end. We'll go back, fake handoff, Colby Volkmer. Just got Nate Shower going across the field.
Shower cuts back. Very physical run there by the tight end, Nate Shower. Shower's had a great game on the receiving end. He's led the Bolts here in receiving yards. And he should be a top target for the Bolts this season.
I'll bring up third down and 4 or 5. Third down and 5, I'll say. Need a first down here. It's obviously 4 down territory, so I guess they don't need it. We'll see if they elect to go with a run and maybe try to pick up a couple. Not many options. So trips the near side, Nate Shower side, and they'll have Andrew Davis the far side. Another penalty. Or no, they'll call timeout on the offense. It looks like there might have, it looks like there was about to be a delay of game, possibly, by the offense, and that's what we're talking about. They need to clean those things up. It's just those small things like that that really make the difference. So, Pius had to burn a timeout there. As they've had to a couple times throughout the game. Right, multiple times when it's about to be a delayed game, they call timeout. So
yeah, but that's also something that comes with playing a sophomore in a varsity football game. This is his first varsity experience. He's trying to settle in and get used to it. A young team, not very much experience at all on this team.
Yep.
Except for a few returning offensive linemen. You don't got many players who played varsity last year.
Yeah, no, they went in. They did not return a quarterback. They lost two of their best wide receivers, Joe Staub and Sammy Mancito.
Lost their tight end, James Frank.
And then on top of that, Julian Castillo and Marcus Dustin, where they put at running back. Primarily, they have them at linebacker, but two of some of their best players. So a lot of people, a lot of players gone. Wilkmer back to pass, looking for a man. He was hit while pass it. 10 receiver was Jack Schaefer's, so spiked on the ground about a couple yards in front. Schaefer's is not catchable. Over at 4th down and 4. Thunderbolts will have to go for it.
Big 4th down here for the Bolts.
Yep.
Trying to get something sparked on offense.
Exactly.
Don't want to leave this game with 0 points. Be a tough shutout.
2 receivers to both sides. Looking for a hard count. There will be a penalty flag. Looks like it's on the offense again. False start offense.
It looked like Volkmer was almost trying to do a hard count to try to get the defense to jump off sides, and then he accidentally tricked his own teammate, Jack Schaefer.
I don't know if that's what they intended to do, was try to have a hard count and just draw them off sides. And one of their offense linemen was not able to remember that was a hard count or something, or what it was, but maybe a lack of the center, Tyler Castle, may have not been able to hear Wolfmer trying to snap it. Just some small things like that. That's another penalty, false start. So that'll bring it 4th down and 9. Thunderbolts, delay of game offense. I'll bring it back 5 more yards. 4th down and 15. Seems like that's been their
It's
100th penalty in this side of the field.
Yeah,
just delay of games and false starts. Just small stuff like that. And really, you haven't even seen any, I don't even think there's been a holding on the offensive line. It's not been those plays that you usually see. It's been the false starts, the delay of games, stuff like that from Pius. Their offense has just been struggling with. And like you said, with time, that should get better. But
yeah, just the small things that come with only having, 3 weeks of practice that you get in high school before your season starts.
yeah, it's tough to see. And that's the difference between having 4th down and 4 and 4th down and 9.
4th down and 14 after
Or 4th down and 14 if they count that delayed game. The crowd is still pretty loud.
As the Thunderbolts line up with triplets in the near, one to the far.
Volkmer will drop back to pass, looking for a man. He'll
Deep
hurl it
pass.
deep to Nate Shower, and he'll
It's
catch
caught!
it.
What a catch by
Wow.
Nate Shower at the 2-yard line. Jumps up and gets that one. Nate Shower, play after play on the receiving end for the Bolts.
And he is, wow. As you see him flexing, it looks like Nate Shower's really been what's gotten the highest team going. That's what they needed. That was a great catch. It was a great catch. It was on 4th down. A lot of momentum. So we'll go. Stopped about the 1-yard line off a run.
2nd down at the 1-yard line.
So 2nd down and 1.
Colby Volkmer with a great throw on that play. He just put it right up there in a great spot for Nate Shower to use his big body and
Just
go
a-
up there and get that.
Great connection between Volkmer and Shower on that play. They'll hand off to Brett Voss, looking for something. And will they give it to him? Touchdown, Thunderbolts!
Brett Voss, the junior, knocks it in for the first score of the Thunderbolts season.
So a great possession there by the Thunderbolts. Finally got a touchdown there, and that offensive series is really led by Brett Voss with a couple big runs. And on top of that, Nate Shower with that huge fourth down catch. Just a great possession there. That's what they needed. Even I know there's only 4 minutes left, and they're still going to be down by 19 if they make this PAT, but just having the confidence of knowing you can score and just in that possession is really big for them. So it looks like they'll keep the offense on the field, try to go for 2.
And some miscommunication there. They're looking for Colby Volkmer on the sideline. And he was hitting back. I don't know what he was doing. And so they throw Scrupa on the field. And it looks like they're called timeout to try to get Volkmer back into the game. I think Volkmer just didn't know they were going to go for 2 there. And just talking to some other coaches. Nonetheless, Volkmer and the offense will come back onto the field to go for 2 to try to make this a 26-8 game.
And yeah, finally what we've been waiting to see, just a good possession by Pius.
Yeah.
Finally got a touchdown there while being in the red zone. Looked like they had a chance of getting stopped there, especially in 4th down and long. So even after a few of those penalties by the offense and the defense, or by the offense, false starts and delayed games, still came through with a touchdown. So they'll line up to go for 2. Brett Voss in the backfield. Jack Schaefer's on the near side. Thomas Neal, Andrew Davis, and Ben Hannes.
Nate Shower.
Or Nate Shower, excuse me. Far side. They'll hand pass to Nate Shower just too high. Nate Shower almost got his hands on it.
For the remaining the ball game, Scottsbluff 26, Pius 6.
So it'll be 26-6 with 4:08 left in the game. Bearcats are up.
26-6. That's not a score that you're going to see that often in
No,
a football game.
not often at all.
Almost seems like a blowout in basketball type of score.
Pius crowd is loud. They're happy that we scored a touchdown. We got on the board, so we wanted to see. Schaefer's to kick it off for the Thunderbolts. Back to return, it looks like Jackson Allen. Setting up for an onside kick, though.
Braden Armagos going to be the kicker for the onside kick here for the Bolts.
Braden Armagos also plays soccer, so.
With 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Oh, really hard kick ball.
And it went through the arms of Scottsbluff Carter Racing. But it's just too hard and it just went out of bounds. But it looked like there was almost hope there for a second. But the Bearcats take over. With the ball, 4:06 remaining in the game. Looks like they'll have them at 49-yard line. Not yet in Pius territory. Very close.
Disregard the flag. First down, Scottsbluff at the 49-yard line.
Scottsbluff will take over at the 49-yard line. Great field position for an offense that has just been rolling in the second half.
Handed off to Rodriguez. Had him in motion again. Nice pickup of 5 yards. They will not bring out Sebastian Boyle. Looks like they might take him out for the rest of the game. Don't want him to get hurt.
Carter Rising will be the quarterback for this Scottsbluff team on their last possession of the game, most likely. Well, I guess now they will put in Brendan Stoll. They kept their starting quarterback out for that first play. Thought that they were just going to keep him out to prevent injury, but they will put him back in for this series.
I guess just this early in the season, it's nice to give these players some more play time, especially the first game. So keeping some. So Rodriguez will go around the corner, shoved out by Thomas Neal, running right along sideline. Nice pickup. Bearcats first down and 10 at the 31-yard line in Pius territory. Bearcats are already threatening to score again.
It's really been a mix of Jose Rodriguez, Sebastian Boyle, and Braden Stoll. The three of them have really just gotten the job done today.
So I'll hand it off. Nice run there.
Frankie Trevino on the run there for the Bearcats. Picks up about 6 on the play.
Tackled by 23, Joe Andreessen. Second down, 4.
Bearcats. Trevino, the quarterback, hand it off. Again in motion. That looks like they gave it this time to Jackson Allen.
Joe Andreessen.
Tackle made by Joe Andreessen. Ben Andreessen's younger brother, who also plays linebacker.
Bearcats sub in 6 new players. And it looks like with about 2 minutes left, they will put in the backups. Not much of a need to put in the starters here.
So it looks like there's a full start, I'm pretty sure. They're on the offense.
The senior Christian Padilla is the quarterback for the Bearcats.
So it will be a false start. Bearcats will move 5 yards back. They're at first down 15.
And this, Bo, was a hard-fought game by the Bolts in the first half. Kind of ran out of energy in the second half, but they are showing some promise to doing better this season.
Yeah, no, 100%. And the thing is, a lot of these plays, just get some more, clean them up, less penalties, win the turnover battle, and it's a whole different story. So it'll be interesting to see how we do throughout the rest of the season.
With a week of practice and playing a Seward team that's not at the level that Scottsbluff is, the Bolts could come away with a win there. And that would be a nice win to come back home at 1-1 after a road win.
Third down and 8. Pius looking for a stop. Looks like there is another false start, and as you can see, looks like these backups may have not had as much play time as well as facing a lot of things Pius has.
Well, it's not that they're not like as good. A little jitters.
Yeah, just the jitters of being in and stuff. And
first varsity game, you don't want to be the one that messes up.
Yep.
You don't want to be the one that gets blown up and gets on the Sports Center for getting killed.
Yeah, sounds about right. Hand it off.
That one doesn't get very far as he's wrapped up by the Thunderbolts defense.
Carter Shear with the tackle. Fear the Shear. Let's go, Carter. So fourth down and long. Great tackle made by Sheer Strength. Don't want to mess with Carter. Scottsbluff does here. The offensive side, I would not hand it off to Carter Shear's side. No, thank you. Looks like there will be a timeout by the offense.
11 seconds left in this game. And a kneel it down once, and come home with the victory for Scottsbluff here. It'll be a fun 6 hours back for the Bearcats after a great season opener with a 26-6 victory, as they will climb to 1-1, and the Thunderbolts drop to 0-1 on the season.
Yeah, so disappointing second half here for the Bolts. At least they did get on the board here in the fourth quarter in their last possession, but just wasn't how they wanted that second half to pan out. First half was looking very promising. Looks like Bearcats will line up a field goal. Not be an easy field goal, I mean, for high school, so. Looks like about a 26-yarder. Talon McDonald for the field goal from Thunderbolts.
Clock will be reset to 15.4.
An interesting call here by Scottsbluff to kick a field goal.
Yeah, not sure why. I mean, maybe just for more experienced field goal kicker. But. And let's see. It will be no good.
No good.
Went to the left. So it'll be 26-6. Pius will take over with 10 seconds left. I assume they'll just, maybe run the ball.
We ask all fans to enter the ball game, but please exit Aldrich Building in a timely manner.
Scottsbluff with an impressive game.
And they'll put in senior Nick Mariofsky for this final play against Scottsbluff.
Two receivers, far side to the near. Too many men on the field by the offense. Looks like an extra wide receiver. Illegal substitution, so I'll move them back. Two receivers the near side, one the far side. Marioski will hand off. We'll get maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play, and that will be the end of the game. Bearcats win this one 26-6. Impressive game by Scottsbluff. We wish Scottsbluff's players and fans safe travels home on their very long drive home.
Yep. Best of luck to them the rest of the season as they look to compete for a Class B championship.
On the other side, Pius, promising. Okay, so first half looked pretty decent for them.
First half looked great for just 2 mistakes.
It'd be nice to have put some points on the board in the first half, but they were really close to getting there. Great defense, just some small stuff to improve on, and big difference. So thank you for joining us here today. I am Bo Stanford along with Isaac Doman. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Against Hastings.
Versus Hastings. So hopefully we're coming back with Pius 1-1, but we'll see what happens. So thank you for joining us. Good night. Go Huskers.
That's the problem. You're just gonna have to talk slower if it's just you know what I mean? Give them more information. What?
for the Epic game a few years ago, and she just, hey, she grew up in a football family.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
I have no choice. Great to win.
win, guys. Good luck the rest of the season.
More or less, yes. What?
Watch where you're throwing that thing.
It's not like I threw the XLR on you.
I wish.
Okay.